Hi everyone, my name is Victor Wang, and I am a primary C temperament. As a primary C temperament person, I value information, data, analysis, and of course accuracy. I remember there's one time one of my project managers who came over to me and said, I have a great idea. And he used one sentence to describe his idea. That to me is certainly not enough. As a high C, I need information, data, and accuracy of data to help me to work. You can support the primary C person by supporting their ideas, their plans, and their principles. As the C present to you their ideas and plans, help them to think along the process. When you are with the primary C temperament person, be specific, be accurate, and be factual. Give them the information that they need if they can help you out. I think of the high primary C person as this person who's working on this massive puzzle. He or she will stand there for a little bit, think about what's the plan of attack, how to put it together, and not touching the puzzle at all. After a few minutes, they will start grouping the pieces, look for the edges, look for the corner pieces, separate them by color, and still not starting on the puzzle. Maybe 10-15 more minutes pass by, then they have enough information, they will start working on the puzzle. As a primary C person, we often ask, why? Why is this that way? Why is the goal that? And also, when you're working with a primary C person, give them evidence, give them facts, so that they can help you or they can work for you to get them to get to the conclusion of a project or a task. As a primary person, our fear is criticism of our plan or criticism of us of not being right. I'll give you a great example. Valentine's Day, this is before I got married with my girlfriend, who's my wife now. I started to plan to give her presents every day, 3 days before the Valentine's Day. It took me a long time to think about it, to get her things that I thought that she will like. Come to find out, she doesn't like flowers, she doesn't like chocolate, and she doesn't like bow ties. So those are all the things that I gave her. It made me feel that I was criticized, even though she still loved the thought. As primary C person, our strength is that we like to do things right. We want to make sure that we do everything correctly, and we actually get to a conclusion. And as a primary C person, our weakness is really that same thing, but on the flip side of the coin. That we tend to think too much. Because we want to do it right, it will lead to inaction. So I hope this gives you a good idea of what a primary C person looks like.
We just saw a video of Victor expressing the C temperament, and if you notice, his demeanor was calm, wasn't much animation in his face. He was very logical in his presentation, and he typically, the C is typically not comfortable in front of a camera, and you could tell that. So he was very concerned and focused about getting the information out, and that's the typical C. What a C can do is, once they identify the problem, their natural tendency is to think negatively about it because they have identified the problem. They can tell you why something is a problem, list 10 reasons. Well, once they identify the problem, they can shift to now identifying the solutions to the problem. So often, and I tell C's this all the time, in fact, I did it myself, is I decided to look at, once I identified the problem, now how can I look at it so it's not a problem? So what I decided to do was list options of how to solve the problem. And that way the C can get over their negative bent of wallowing around in the problem, which leads to a depressing state. So a C gets depressed because they think too much about the wrong thing.